get here. Sound like this, my mind, you. Type of
Out loud, and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Create on something that was already created. He had a clean canvas, dark, void. That dark and void in your life is not meant to hurt you. It's not a bad thing. God didn't create on something that was already created. He had a clean canvas, dark, void. That dark and void in your life is not meant to hurt you. It's not a bad thing. Something new is about to be created. Embrace it. Love it.
Because he wasn't right. He wasn't right.
He wasn't that old.
Exactly.
Only people have white hair, which is called gray hair, when you get that old.
Exactly.
So, but the original said eyes, the eyes like fire. The African is the only one.
Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That picture is
a black. It's supposed to be a black man, right?
Yeah. It's in the Bible.
Right.
Hair like sheep's wool. Now they changed it and said white like wool.
Yeah.
That's crazy because he wasn't in the place of a black prophet.
Right.
That guy that you see that picture of actually died of syphilis. His name is Cesar Borgia.
Oh, you talking about
the picture that they called Jesus Christ.
Right, the image. Yes, sir. Welcome back to my channel, y'all boys, ladies, and gents. This is the last day of 2021. First and foremost, Happy New Year's Eve to y'all. And we are excited. I am excited for this next year, man, 2022. Welcome to my channel, y'all. It's your boy Eli Talks TV. I'm back with another video, and in this video, I would like to celebrate. I would like to reflect. I would like to just have a grace and gratitude about what we've all been through. I'll share y'all my experiences today and give y'all a little bit more information on how my year turned out in 2021. So my first experience was I was bouncing from job to job in 2020. Right, as soon as I got out of high school, I was bouncing from job to job because my FedEx job was my first job. I went outside that job. I got fired because I had walked off the platform. Boom! I shared that story throughout this channel. Y'all can look at those videos. I have them from a year ago or something like that. And I went to 3 specific jobs in I think 1 or 2 month span. The second job I believe was Clean Tools. That's when I signed up for that application in Arlington, and I was in Clean Tools. I got somewhat arrested or escorted out the building because they thought I was stealing. That was the second job. And those people at the first job were treating me unjustly. I was getting into arguments with managers, supervisors, all that. People that I would work with would talk about me any type of way. I didn't like it. I didn't respect it. And we supposed to be partners, man. We supposed to see each other every day, but that's besides the point. Anyway, going to the second job. The second job, they escorted me out because they claimed I was stealing. I did have that responsibility to ask before I would just take stuff just off the countertops and all that good stuff. I would just take it off the countertops and just eat it because I was so hungry. I would work from 2 or 3 p.m. till I think 2 a.m. And that's like from, that's your whole day right there. That's a 10-hour shift, 12-hour shift. So as you would believe, I only got like 1 or 2 breaks throughout those couple of hours. And I was hungry, y'all. So I would just take the food and just eat it because at the time, I don't think I even had a credit card on me. And at that time, I didn't know that there was a certain machine that you had to actually, scan your stuff and then you cash out with your credit card or money if you had it. I didn't know that. I dealt with machine like, the little, machines that and all that. I dealt with those in warehouse jobs. That was new to me. So I didn't know that at the time. Fast forward, I got kicked out the building and, I had to go home and have this discussion with my folks, man. And they claimed I was stealing. I didn't see it from that vantage because I had pure intentions on what I was doing. If anyone could have just informed me, I thought if anyone could have just informed me about what I was doing, I would have stopped doing it. But no one really looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had somebody snitch on me. I actually seen who he was. But that's besides the point. So that was the second job. And this is just me going and rewinding and fast forward down the line of how I'm here today in my story. So that was the second job. Third job, I believe the third job was Cosmos Solar. So I worked for Cosmos Solar right after that, and great company, great people. You know what I'm saying? They seemed like they were humble people. It was a humble beginning. It was a humble start. It was in a humble environment, place. They were just starting up. They were just starting the company. It was a tools company, so I worked with tools, and I had to work around tools. I had to place certain tools in a certain desired area, and I had to get them all right before the day had ended. And it was only about 3-4 hours or something like that, and I just go home. It was a 2-week payment though, so you know wasn't really all that cracked up to be, but it was just I was just trying to get a job, man. I was just trying to survive, really trying to just build my bank account the best way I know how. And so that job, I think 2 weeks into it, I was doing fine. I was doing good. You know, and the dude he was an Asian dude. He asked me to help him out with a wheel. And I had forgot that I had misplaced a tool next to a box. It was boxes, and there was shelves of tools placed on these boxes. No one told me not to touch those boxes, all those shelves of tools. So, you know, me thinking I'm just doing my job, I placed it over there near the toolboxes and all that good stuff. And I forgot about it because he had asked me to do a favor beforehand. And I think I was misplacing a wheel or something like that. I was misplacing a wheel, and I was helping him out, screw it on and take it off. That was pretty cool. I learned something that day. And a week later, old boy had came in. He was like, "Hey, we heard," he was on the phone first. He was looking around, and I'm like, "Okay, what is he looking for? Maybe a tool? Maybe I didn't know." And he had came back and was like, "Yo, sorry for the misinformation," but he was like, Elijah was really the last one that was in this warehouse. So anybody who needs to take the blame is gonna be him, basically. And so I took the blame. You know what I'm saying? But then they fired me. Now I don't think that was just. I don't think that was fair, but they fired me. You know what I'm saying? Without really a just cause, for real. That was one misplaced tool that I misplaced out of all those 5 or 4 days, I believe. And that was wild to me, because I was like, bro, come on now. Like, I'm just not getting hired. Y'all seem like y'all needed people. Y'all seem like y'all needed somebody to be humble enough to do this type of work. I'm trying my best. Like, come on, man. I just got hired at that. But, people don't give people chances. So he ended up, going in depth about, the company and how it's, irresponsible to misplace something. And this company has been working around for years, and it's not, a good look on the company. And I'm like, man, that's a one misplaced tool type shit. I could get back started tomorrow, and we can relearn, rewind. Like, come on, man, work with me. Instead, you're fired. So I went about that. I called my pops up to come get me, and knowing my dad, he again came in there and gave him his 2 cents. And he went off. And I wasn't about to stop him, because like it was bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was bullshit with me, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was bullshit. So that happened. I left that building. I didn't quit though, y'all. Like, I didn't quit. I kept going. I kept filling out applications. I kept going. I said, I am not going to end this year. I am not going to be in the same place, man. I'm not going to have that same weary feeling, not knowing that I'm doing absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the days, I hate that feeling. So I kept going, man. I kept filling out applications and all that. And faithfully, I got hired to another company. And this company was a temp agency. So this temp agency hired me as soon as that job thing happened. As soon as I got fired, I was hired through a temp agency around the same day. So that was a blessing. So I was like, okay, good. We back on track. And so I worked for them, and I forgot what the company's name was. I did, but it was Penguin Patch is the third job that I'm going to. No, maybe that's the third. No, it was Clean Tools, FedEx, Cosmos Solar. Okay, fourth. It was the fourth one. So that was the fourth job. You know what I'm saying? That was the fourth job that I moved to. And so that with that job, y'all, I had it was humble. You know what I'm saying? It was in a ghetto environment. It was in a ghetto environment, but I didn't care, man. Like I was able to get my money and go home. But I met some of the greatest people at that environment, man. I met some of the greatest, most humblest people, smartest black people that I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? Having conversations about Hebrew Israelites, God, religion, politics, all that. You know what I'm saying? Having conversations amongst other black men, sharing those moments with each other, even joking around, playing around, all that. That's what we do, man. And just talking shit. Like that's what we do. So I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed all that. So I had a great crowd of people around me. I cannot talk shit about that company at all. I had a great leader of people around me. And I met some of the greatest people too, man. And I'm still stuck with those two people. My boys Zay and Jeremy. I still stuck with them two people, bro, throughout the whole process, man. And I'm just gonna fast forward. I got there. It was humble start. He was fixing up the little plates and all that for it to match what we were getting ready to put on the plates. And that was me. I was basically a Santa's helper. So we were all working as Santa's helpers, and we would put these toys in their rightful places, basically, and we'll do that throughout the whole day. But we had a terrible manager. We had a terrible boss. She did not know what she was doing, so to speak. She didn't really have too much of a organized format for everybody to follow. So that calls for people to get fired. That calls for people to get frustrated. That calls for people to fight. That calls for people to either leave or get fired from the job. And some got fired unjustly. I was one of those. I had got fired unjustly. I believe about 2-3 weeks in. And this was all from a 2 to 3 week span. I was losing these jobs 1 or 2 months, all in a 2 to 3 week span. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that before, if that's ever happened to y'all before, but that was some of the craziest months I've ever been through. So, boom, that happened. So I came out the bathroom, right? I told my boy Zay, I was like, hey Zay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the bathroom right quick. I'm gonna come back, type junk. But I woke up with that feeling like I'm gonna lose my job today. That's the type of feeling. That's the type of thought that I had in my mind. Like I'm gonna lose. For some reason, I feel like I'm gonna lose my job today. So I came in. Everything was kind of weird. It's that weird feeling you get before stuff is about to go down. And so I came out from the bathroom and they're like, oh well, so and so was looking for you. And I'm like, looking for me for what? And then I seen the lady that hired me through the company, and she came to get me and put us, me and this other gentleman outside, and was like, hey, I'm sorry, we gonna have to let you go. So da 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 da. Maybe your mask wasn't on, or all the time, or your phone was out. Like it was some bullshit, really. I was working, man. We all were working. I had people to vouch for me, to say that I was working. It was like, man, you wasn't even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you were actually doing your job, like, and they gonna fire you type shit. But it's crazy how people fire the good people, the ones that want to work for the company, the ones that want to show out and be there and help the people develop a great business. But that happened, and my partners, they came outside. It was like, hey, man, that's crazy. I told them, it was like, damn, let's take each other's numbers down and contact each other. You know what I'm saying? I really fuck with y'all boys heavy. You know what I'm saying? And we just met each other. So, and we created a bond. So, boom, that happened. And so let's fast forward from that job, and now we're going into our fifth job. The fifth job was The fifth job was another temp agency. So after that temp agency, it was another temp agency, and this was UPS Adeco. I was working through UPS Adeco at the time. So with this one, right? This was an interesting one too. I stayed longer though, but you know, I got hired immediately and all that, and it was a humble beginning as well. I didn't really know everybody too well. It was another one of those things that was like, you know, bad management, bad supervision, and all that. Supervisors were getting fired. Supervisors were arguing with other supervisors, and you know, people arguing with other people, and you know, shit was just getting out of hand. So boom, that happened. I think one day when I came in, I was just getting so drained to the point where that job was getting so draining to the point where it was also another 10-hour shift, and it was starting to really drain me. Every day I would come in and I would just be getting tossed from to and fro. I would usually go to this other building just to help out, but I found myself going over there every day. Need I remind you, I was already doing heavy ass work at the building that I was already in, that I was already working at, and now I got to go to another building and do heavy ass work for ungrateful people. You know what I'm saying? At that, ungrateful people that's just using me just because I'm here, just because I need money, and that's wrong, ain't it? But they would use me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to be the catalyst. And for some reason, it's like the work, every time I showed up, the work would not be done. Until I showed up, that's when the work would get, and that's when people would snap out of it and start to get to work. That's when people would start to work. But other than that, it would be people sleeping in the trailers. It would be people talking back to supervisors. It would be people disrespecting people. It would be people disrespecting the supervisors. It would be people not showing up to work. It would be people sleeping. Like sleeping in trailers. Like they would treat the job like they didn't care. But they would hire anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because they needed the work, because the company would have failed because they had nobody coming in. So that happened. And fast forward, I came in that day, and you know, that she would have a meeting with everybody. Usually she'd have a meeting, she'll form a meeting with everybody. So we came in, did what we had to do. I came in, did what I had to do. It was a lunch break. I went to go use the bathroom because I don't know if I was feeling some type of way that day, or if I was just out of it. I was just drained, like I said. And I came back, and the meeting was done, over. And I know that whenever they had those meetings, it would not really necessarily apply to me, because listen, man, you know, if I had to put my phone away, I put my phone away. If I had to do certain things, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll listen. But she got out of hand with me. One of my female supervisors, she got out of hand with me one day. And she had came up to me, and she was really going off on everybody, but she came specifically to me and like pulled me from the side, like la, 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 just rashing out, just acting outrageous as hell. You know what I'm saying? Over some bullshit. So she got all in my face. She started saying this, and that. I'm gonna hurt your pockets. I'm gonna hurt you I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. And she just started going crazy. So then after that, I lost immediate respect for her. I lost immediate respect for coming in and out that goddamn building. I said, I'm not ever touching base. I am not ever coming back here ever again. Never. I am never coming back here again. Oh boy would be like, hey, she called you to the other building. I said, man, I ain't going back over there. They can fire me. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. I am not going back over there after being disrespected like that. Ain't nowhere in hell. So she can, yeah, I'm like, shit, she can, if she want to talk to me, she can talk to me. She can text me. She can call me. If not, then I don't give a damn. Fire me. Do whatever you gotta do. I was over it at that point. I was over it. So boom, that happened. And so it's like a lot of traumatic events that I couldn't really. And if y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it was a lot of traumatic things that were going on that I couldn't really control. And those things were just going on, and I had to really just adapt to it. I had to adapt to that pain. I had to adapt to survival. I had to adapt to having my feelings hurt. I had to adapt to having my pockets drained at one point, at multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Bank account on zero, bank balance on negative sometimes. I had to adapt to that. You know what I'm saying? And so, boom, fast forward, all those things happened, and now I found myself getting released from the company. It was like I had a text one day. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh well, boom, 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 boom. Don't show back up to the facility. Da 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 da. You know, like your contract has expired. I was like, okay. Praise God. I ain't had to sit there and go, hey, I'm out, I'm done with this shit. I had to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, God already took care of it for me. And need I remind y'all before I get into further into it, I had said a prayer. I didn't necessarily say a prayer, but I said something while I was sitting down in that hot ass heat because it was during the summer. I was sitting down and I said, God knew everything. I just told myself, knew everything. New job, new car, new house, new mindset, knew everything. Knew everything. If I was like something like that, and I was like, I'm not doing things that don't serve me. I'm not around people. I'm not finna be around people that just drain me. I'm not finna be around people that don't serve me and my highest good. They ain't got no respect for me. Hell no, it's done. I said, man, it's over with that. Knew everything. Remove me from this job and give me a greater job with more money. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was talking to myself. So after that, that happened. And so that was a sign. That was obviously a sign. And so they let me go. And yeah, I got that text, boom, boom, boom. And so, like I said, y'all, I didn't quit. I did not quit. I didn't bask in my anger. I didn't bask in my disappointment. I didn't bask in my failure. I didn't bask in it, man. Like, I felt it. I experienced it. But I didn't bask myself in that. It was like, fuck this shit. I'm done. I'm not getting another job. I'm laying on my ass, bro. Like, I need a break. I need a mental break. I need a physical break. This is too much for me. But I didn't get to that point. Even when I felt like I wanted to get to that point, I didn't get to that point, and I kept going. So, boom, after that, I filled out another application because I kept going. I said, man, this happened, but I'm going to keep going because I know I'm doing this for me at the end of the day. I'm doing this so I can get out this situation, this current situation that I'm in, so I can help my parents out. Boom, boom, boom. So, and I can help myself out. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, that happened. And so, I actually wanted to get into UPS at first, but I got signed to UPS at Deco. And so after I filled out the application for UPS, I got signed to UPS. So now I'm permanent. Now I'm not working temporary jobs no more. Now I'm permanent. So boom, that happened. And so now I'm working for UPS. Now this is where I'm at currently. You know what I'm saying? I'm now currently working for UPS. So now I'm in this position. And again, I still had to deal with people. I still had to deal with circumstances and all that. I still had to deal with people telling me to quit, telling me you're not suitable for this job. You're not suitable for, what you're doing. Maybe you're too lazy. Maybe you should quit. Maybe you're too tired. Maybe you're just this and that. I didn't believe in people, man. I didn't believe in what they would say about me. I didn't believe in what they would think about me. I didn't believe that they thought I was qualified or not. I did it because it was something that I wanted to do. I did it because I could prove myself that I am all of those things and more. And I proved that to myself this year. I proved myself wrong this year. Fuck proving everybody else wrong. I proved myself wrong this year. I outdid myself this year. You know what I'm saying? So I went against all odds and I did it, man. And I still kept a job. I still kept my positivity. I still kept my mindset. I still kept my growth, man. And I'm still growing. And so, boom, people would say stuff, you know what I'm saying, even on the UPS job, you know what I'm saying? I had to ignore it. Sometimes I get frustrated, sometimes I get mad, get angry, but then you keep it pushing, man. You keep it pushing. So I'm still working that job. I'm still working that job. And thank God for it. And so fast forward, I had accomplished what I prayed for. Just a year ago later, I prayed to get out the house by 21, and I prayed to get a job, and I also prayed to get my license to drive. Even with that, I called them people up. I came back. I failed the license, the driver's test once. I passed it the second time, and I did it. I did it for me, and I felt that gratitude. Like, damn, I really did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really did what I said I was gonna do. I kept my word to myself. And I did that. That was me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made the appointment. That was me right there. So I felt proud of myself right there. And so I think the week after this was moving into Thanksgiving, into Black Friday, I didn't tell y'all this yet, but I had got into a car accident, and my grandfather had passed away this year, and he passed that car down to me. And that was big, that was huge. I was like, damn, I just got what I prayed for. Then boom, that happens. A car accident crash. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then that hit a 180, and I was in another deep depression. Still had to go to work, still had to do what I had to do, still had to get the money coming through. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. I'm like, God damn, all year I've just been dealing with ups and fucking downs, yo, like ups and downs. Excuse my language, but I'm just trying to be real with y'all. All year I've been dealing with ups and downs, highs and lows, bro. You know what I'm saying? All year, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't get a break. I feel like Job, man. Throughout the whole year, y'all. I mean, I made a video on the season of Job, man. I felt like Job, man. This year I feel like Job, but next year I'm gonna feel like David. Next year I'm gonna feel like Joseph, dog. Next year I'm gonna feel like Moses. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a different prophet. I'm gonna be a different beast next year. I know I am, because I went through enough to show that I can go through anything and still keep my composure and still have God on my side. I can go through anything, through anyone, and still be the greatest and still prove myself wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so that happened. And so now I had to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, like highs and lows all year. But I got through it, man. I'm still here. And that's all I can say, man. Like, just fast forward from 2020 to 2021, it's just been highs and lows for me, and I'm pretty sure it's been highs and lows for all of y'all. I'm pretty sure it's been highs and lows for those of you out there getting sick, all that COVID hitting the whole family. It's been highs and lows for all of us, but we made it through another year. We made it through another year, man, and we kept ourselves, and God kept us, and we kept our minds intact. And we still kept a calm composure even when we was going through straight chaos, through all them storms, man. We still kept ourselves together. And that's the motivation running into 2022. This year was a setup for a major comeback. I really feel it, man. I really feel it. I'm gonna proclaim it through this camera. This year was your greatest setup for your greatest comeback. You know what I'm saying? And what doesn't kill you always makes you stronger. And this year was built to make everyone stronger. If you lasted, if you endured, if you prayed for endurance before 2021 had started, you did it. You did what you prayed for. You got through the whole year and you endured, because that's who you truly are, because you are chosen, because you are made through a higher God, a higher power. You are created for a higher purpose. And so that purpose will be fulfilled. If it wasn't fulfilled this year, this year, then it's going to be fulfilled next year. I promise you that. So keep going for those out there watching, and keep pursuing. Even take my testimony on my story for rest. Like, dang, if he can go through all that, then I know I can go through what I'm going through. I went through sickness. I went through loss of family members. I went through loss of a friend on the 4th of July getting shot. I went through all that, bro. Car crash, job losses. Bro, I went through all that and still can say I'm grateful, still can say I'm happy, still can say I'm glad that I made it through another year. We went through all that this year, but we're not going to go through it again next year. Betrayal, all that. You know, if you've been betrayed, if you've been outcasted, if you've been casted to the side like you wasn't nothing, man, look, people going to recognize you next year. People are going to recognize you next year. And they're going to recognize your testimony and your story. And they'll be like, damn, I feel that. And they'll be putting you in higher places, because God is going to always have you in higher places than your enemies. The enemies ain't got nothing on you, man. People's opinions don't have nothing on you until you recognize and really throwing your energy into their atmosphere. If you don't throw your energy into what they say about you, then it's not true. Because people can't prove you to be somebody that they don't even know. They don't even know themselves at that. So you keep going. You keep doing what you do. You keep striving. You keep creating opportunities for yourself and others. You keep being a humble, great individual that you know you can be with the utmost confidence. You keep being a humble beast, because you know that's who you are. Because you know that's what you stand for. Because you know that you have a foundation. That you know where you going when you hit the top, and you know what you're gonna do when you hit the top, type shit. So that's my little motivation to y'all. Y'all be encouraged, y'all be happy, y'all be have gratitude for everything that you go through in life, highs and lows. and you will be tested the most when you are at the bottom. Those are the roots. You are the tree. You know what I'm saying? You are tested the most at the bottom. Before you hit the top, before you enter your breakthrough, you got to be broken. So this year, if it broke you, get ready for your breakthrough, because you're gonna go through it. You're gonna go through this next year. You're gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? So keep going. Keep going. So again, I'm gonna leave y'all off with that. That was my whole year for me, really. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole year for me, and you know, I hope y'all learned something from me, and I hope y'all stayed through the end and really got something from that message. You know what I'm saying? I hope I encourage somebody out there with what I'm saying. So even with my own story. So again, share your stories in the comments if you would like. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not already, and have a blessed year, man. Have a blessed day, and may 2022 be the best year of your life. We proclaim it and we declare it in the name of Jesus. May the next year be the best year of your life. You know, all praise be to God, and we can't wish for another year. We can't wish for more relatives. We can't wish for more friends. Stay true to those who are true to you, man, and it's gonna help you out. It's gonna work with you. They're gonna work with you. So again, thank you for watching. I'm out this thing. Peace to another year. Deuces, y'all.
Just don't lose faith. My mother says your whole life's in the hand of God.